Just want to welcome everyone to the Stacy A. Cross podcast show. Whether you're listening now or later, it is always the perfect time. I am Stacy A. Cross, and there is no E in my name. Are you a comfort killer? Where are my comfort killers? Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Whenever you are listening, it is always the perfect time. I am Stacy A. Cross, and there is no E in my name. My mission in life is to teach millions how to get uncomfortable, to think better, to act better, and to live better. I overcame a 9-year gambling addiction, got my life back. Man, I jumped off the ledge, got it back, jumped off and said, you know what? I'm going to start a company. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I named it the Comfort Killers, leader in self-improvement. Worked alongside great businessmen and women, great people that are out there crushing their lives. And over the course, I built an online learning platform called the Comfort Killers Academy, where individuals are given the tools needed to overcome anything, find happiness, create a business, increase income. It's that simple. I've also created 4 documentaries and written over 200 plus articles found on various media channels. First of all, my blog, thecomfortkillers.com, LinkedIn, Medium, Grant Cardone TV, much more. Speaking of Grant Cardone TV there, I hosted my own online show, The Comfort Killers, on Grant Cardone TV network, and have created a crazy documentary. One of the documentaries I created was the 10X GrowthCon documentary. It was a supplement of his Ultra Sales, Marketing, Business, and Networking seminar. In fact, there's another one coming up, 2018 GrowthCon. I did it for 2017 GrowthCon. You can check that out at www.10xgrowthcondocumentary.com. Check that out. Tell me, I want to know what you feel about that. We invested so much in that documentary. We went there strategically only to do a documentary, but and it came out amazing, helped people. I still get emails to this day about that documentary. So please, definitely check that out. Maybe before this podcast, after this podcast, during this podcast. Don't multitask though. 10xgrowthcondocumentary.com is the website. You can find all my works, of course, on the Comfort Killers homepage, home base, home front, thecomfortkillers.com. And you can also find this podcast, The Stacy A. Cross Show, on iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean, Google Play, any podcast player of your personal preference. I listen to my podcast on Podcast Republic on my device, on my Android there. I know you guys are I don't know if you're an Android. I mean, what happened to that battle, right? iTunes, Apple or Android. I'm an Android head, so I use Podcast Republic for mine. I'm going to ask for your help, though. If you're listening to this podcast, of course you're listening to it on your player. Maybe you're listening to it on the internet. Even better. Maybe you cracked open your desktop or laptop and you're listening to it on the website itself. See, my mission is so huge, and you can help me to ensure that this podcast is reaching millions by sharing this episode. Go ahead, share it out. I'll wait. Share it out to your networks, your Facebook, tell people on Instagram about it, okay? Share it out on Twitter. The buttons there are so easy to do that now. You can just pick it up and share it anywhere in the world. So the part of my mission is reaching millions, and you could help me do that. Subscribe to my podcast and leave a review. Help take this show to number 1. You're the listeners. You get the benefit. Other people will get the benefit. I do this for you. And just keep it rolling like that. That's how we keep spreading this. That's how we keep shifting the consciousness of the planet. You know about that? You know about shifting the mindset? Speaking of that, I don't really watch the news, but there's a sudden surge in these men, right, that have sexual allegations come up by women from way back, right? And there's one after the other. Charlie Rose, Matt, Kevin Spacey, also or boys. But what is this consciousness now? Do you notice that the world shifts in different consciousness? In droves. You remember when there were all these police kind of beatings and brutality and against blacks, against African Americans, against minorities, killings? That happened in droves. All of a sudden there will be one down in Alabama. There will be one up in North Dakota. There'll be one in California. There'll be one in New York. So it all of a sudden this time it happens. You start feeling the energy. And now there's an energy to clean out the media. I don't know what it is. But I know that you can be a part of a new energy, whatever energy you want, right? So I want people to be like, hey, you heard Stacy A. Cross show in California. You heard the Stacy A. Cross show in UK. Oh, you see what I could do because of this. You see what I'm doing because of this. You know, you want it to pop up in these droves because we could shift the consciousness of the world. And you're doing it every day by listening to this podcast on Thursdays, and every day by checking in and being involved in everything that I do. Today's episode, we're discussing the 4-step process to living a successful life and how to overcome anything. I overcame gambling. The process is so easy that you could use it to overcome anything. It's a system that I've created, that I've developed. Honestly, I was selfish. I developed it for myself because I needed to overcome gambling addiction. So I developed it for myself, kind of selfish. But before I did that, I needed to help myself before I could help anyone else. And we spoke about that multiple times. You need to be able to help yourself before you can help anyone else. I can't help anyone being depressed and full of anxiety in a gambling addiction. I cannot do that. I can't even help my damn self, okay? I can't even help myself to stop. So I developed a system and said, okay, this is how one should stop. I didn't want to go to a Gamblers Anonymous meeting. Hell no. I didn't want to take meds. Hell no, okay? All the resources will be listed in the show notes for your convenience today. If you'd like to sponsor an episode just like this one, please send an email to hello@thecomfortkillers.com. You can have your personal brand. You could sponsor it by, talking about your business. I want you to sponsor an episode. But you know what? It has to be aligned, man. It has to be aligned. I won't have an ad here talking about Viagra or something. It just has to be aligned. And as a reminder, this and all my shows release every Thursday at noon. Whenever you're listening, it's always the perfect time. But every Thursday at noon, you could be the first to listen to this because that's when it drops. That's when it records. If you're not already, please join the Comfort Killers Facebook group. Log on to Facebook and search the Comfort Killers. You might see the Comfort Killers page. You might see my page. You might see my public page, and then you might see the Comfort Killers Facebook group. That group is amazing, highly engaged people there. Those people that want to crush their life. It's a free group. But it is private. It is closed. So you'd have to get permission to join. But I would gladly have my assistant give you permission if you qualify as a comfort killer. Not everyone is a comfort killer. I'm gonna tell you something right now. Not everyone is a comfort killer. So we definitely go through the group and check out who's there. We don't just let willy-nillys come in there. Okay. What's new at the Comfort Killers? What's new with me? What's new with the Academy? Just so if you missed it, my San Diego Freedom and Goal and Freedom vlog, started doing vlogs, has been released on my YouTube channel. So you could definitely check that out on YouTube, and the YouTube channel is The Comfort Killers. I'm hosting monthly talks in Philadelphia. Last night was the first one. It's more geared towards workshops. And instead of talks, we're actually working through this. A dynamic. It's very personable. It's very intimate. These talks, I only allowed about 8 people in there. And it's for aspiring entrepreneurs, women, anyone that has tried it and kind of never really understood the mindset. It's a mindset teaching that I do. So monthly talks in Philadelphia. If you're in the Philadelphia area, I may have one that's coming up. So please send an email to hello@thecomfortkillers.com. Would love to have you seated with me, discussing various topics around entrepreneurship, around the comfort killing attitude, around mindset, around growth, That's it. I'm creating 7 streams of income. I'm up to, let me look at my board here. 1, 2, 3, 4th and 5th. I'm working on my 4th and 5th right now. And I will go over this more in depth in December podcasts and in January podcasts. Why? Because, of course, I want to solidify them. I don't want to just start talking off at the lip. I want to make sure that there are drips coming in each one. But I know it's important to talk about 7 income streams. You know, as an entrepreneur, as someone that's thinking like a business, as someone that is moving towards financial independence, financial freedom. That's one of the first things I learned when I came in. In fact, the seminar that I walked out of, it was a wealth seminar, mindset wealth seminar, and the Millionaire Mind. I'm just going to talk about it. Okay, the Millionaire Mind, and that's what I walked out of. But you know, even though I walked out of it and started a company, they really did push me. That free seminar really did push me because it taught me about who I wanted to help, and what I wanted to do. And I saw a clear vision of it. I couldn't sit in that chair anymore. But one of the first things I learned is you have to increase your streams. Okay, you can't just rely on one stream. You have to diversify your stream. So I came home, and of course, one of the income streams and how I looked at it was the resource center. That's a place of enjoyment, place of employment. My resource center, that was one of them. And then the second, I needed a second and third one quick. But the second one had to be making me money off of it. It had to be a commodity real quick. So I started selling soap. You can check that out, loveandburn.com. We have a subscription model. Also, we still ship soap. Not me personally, not us personally, but we still have that business going. We have subscription based, kind of have, rolled it over to that. But you can check it out, loveandburn.com. Soap for your skin, make your skin smile. It's going to be beautiful. Your skin's going to thank you later. So check that out. Carrot. In fact, today I took a shower with my oatmeal soap. It smells so good, you don't even understand. And that's our tagline, we smell good. So check that out. I just hired an assistant to handle a couple of different things, area of my business. Another thing I learned is, outsource. You have to get time back. Where do I get this time? And I want to go over that in podcasts and future podcasts of the process of that, and maybe help you guys out in case you're thinking about, well, I'm doing everything for myself. Solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, or whatever they're making up now in front of the word preneurs. But I know this for a fact that it has helped me tremendously. So it's that 80-20%, 80-20 rule, and which way to apply it, and also learning that you don't want to waste any more time. And you may think that you're doing a lot of things for your business all at once, but most of it is a time waster because that's not the most important task or the most high activity task that should be on your list that you're doing, okay? Someone could be doing that. So I hired an assistant to handle a couple different areas of my business, especially my email that has gotten way out of control. So I don't answer email anymore. I do answer email when it's sent to me through my assistant and it's kind of filtered out. That's why if you go to the contact us page on the Comfort Killers main page, you'll actually see there's been a process placed in there. If you want to send us an email, don't be willy-nilly with it. It has to be very specific and clear. And I learned that the hard way because you spend a lot of time back and forth trying to get to the real meat of what someone's trying to say in a communication piece, what is going on here. So I really wanted that to be filtered. So I do answer mail. And I love getting mail. It's kind of keeping this authenticity with it. I write out to my people, to my audience, to my fans, to whoever that's sending me a piece of mail. So you could do that. It's the Comfort Killers. If you want to grab a pen, I'll say the secret address to you. It's the Comfort Killers 4431. Let's give you this address here. Oh, I hope I remember it off the top of my head. Come on, Stacy, are you crazy? 4431 Main Street. That's P.O Box 29103, Philadelphia, PA Philadelphia, PA 19127. So that's the Comfort Killers. 4431 Main Street, P.O Box 29103. Okay. Philadelphia, PA 19127. So send me mail, because I like mail and I answer mail. But as far as email, that is being filtered through my assistant. I still get them, but I'm not involved in that process. Okay. And so I'll teach you about that. I'll teach you about doing something like that, to ensure that your time is focused on high level activities. And, let's see what's next. And as far as what's new, what's coming up. So I just finished a product under the Academy for those needing to overcome gambling. The product is highly niched down. You're going to learn some of that today because, like I said, you could overcome anything with this process, with the system. But I needed to overcome gambling, and that's what I put there. So I just finished that product. That product is available now. It's totally niched down, though. Excuse me. If you don't see that you have that problem, you may not see it in front of you, but I'll definitely give you the website today so that if maybe you know anyone that may need this, or you even have a little problem, don't worry anymore. Take the stress out. I've discovered it. I've gotten the ingredient to help you with that. So that's coming up a little later. So my book, this is what's new here. I have a book. We'll be releasing it February 14, 2018. More to come on that. We'll just skip over that, but more to come on that. But it is a big deal. And as far as Comfort Killers as a whole, we're adding on a subsidiary piece of it, leasing out the business here. We're going to be a publishing company, so we're going to be able to help you publish your book. But we have two books coming out, one of which is mine in Q1, one of which is mine, and then Thelonious C. Jones has a book under my print. So the Comfort Killers Publishing, that's huge news. It's still very fresh, so we're going to keep that moving. And on December 14th, we will host our first of many holiday mixers in ATL. If you're a CKA member, if you're in the Academy, you have free tickets to that if you could get to ATL. But it's going to be a fun night of professionals, entrepreneurs, great networking, great food, catered. It's sponsored, so everything is awesome. It's in a beautiful area of Atlanta. So if you want more information on that, email info@theloniuscjones.com. That information will also be in the show notes for you. So it's a lot going on in business and life. And I love hearing like the good things that are happening to people. Like, tell me when it's good. Okay. So join a Facebook group, share all the beautiful news in your life. Could be small. You think it's insignificant? It's not. It's not. So head over to the Facebook group and definitely drop some info in there. And I'm currently reading, just to let you know that I am reading, Often Wrong, Never in Doubt, Unleash the Business Rebel Within. That's the book I'm reading right now. That's by Donnie Deuced. I can never pronounce his name. I hope I'm not sounding like a douchebag pronouncing your name, Donnie. But Often Wrong, Never in Doubt. Huge advertising guy. Stumbled in it. His dad was in it all his life, so he stumbled in it. Created awesome campaigns. Got crazy big clients. And, Often Wrong, Never in Doubt. Never in Doubt. And I love that title because sometimes, you're going to be wrong. You can't be doubting yourself, though. If someone's like, hey, you're wrong about that. Hey, what? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Then you go back and you solidify that you're wrong. But still, you cannot ever be in doubt. You can't show that doubt. You can't feel that doubt. You just got to be 100% because sometimes I'm wrong. It's very rare, though. But, okay, let's get into it. So the E is for energy in my name. Take the E out, man. There ain't no E in it. We pulled it out. We're going to put it in the energy you're receiving. And let's get into today's show. The 4-step process to living life, to living a successful life, and how to overcome anything. The how to overcome anything part is huge for me, as it was for many people in my life. And as it is probably for you. Because life deals us low blows, twists, turns, changes, addictions, sadness, people dying, moving, family problems, money problems, people got hurt, people got a disease, conditions, girlfriend problems, boyfriend problems, life, man. All sorts of changes. You grow up, adolescent, that's a change, man. Adolescent to an adult, it's change, man. I call each of these changes levels. And in each level, it teaches us something. There's always something that we need to learn, something that we need to learn and feel. Some people learn the best from feeling. I don't know about you, but man, you know, you grow up with parents like, man, you want to feel it or you going to learn your lesson? Damn, because feeling, you get your ass bust, okay? Damn. So I learn quick. I rather just learn the lesson. I take your word for it, okay? But others can really sort it out. They could sort out problems without really feeling it. They, you know, problem X can be solved through reason and logic. These are logical and reasonable people. They don't really feel too much. They feel later on when they thought that they were logical and reasonable, and then they feel it even harder, you know, because, you know, it's like the child who touches the stove or pot when it's boiling hot. This child had no idea in hell of what to expect. You know, they just went for it. They touch it, it burns their skin, it hurts, and they learn. They learn, don't touch the damn pot. Now the kid grows up, smokes pot, and doesn't cook. No, I'm joking. But sometimes it isn't a joke. People get hurt and trampled down by life, so, you know, so sometimes they want to avoid everything. It becomes sterile. They don't want to experience anything. But life is designed to teach and to experience. Take, for example, my story. I moved out from a 2,000 square foot house with a yard, a garage, a basement. My basement had my products, had my business, and my whole studio was in there. I moved to a 481 square foot studio with a killer view and all my books. Okay? I moved for a few reasons, but I'm looking back now, and I'm looking at the memories of the house like, damn, I miss that house. I miss what I had in the house. I miss the people I was with. Look at the space that I got. I'm reminiscing and wondering if I made a wrong decision. I'm almost at a loss for words, and it can be painful sometimes thinking back. I think back to when I finally moved out of my parents' home and how scary that was. I'm thinking, like, I'm in the present state thinking back on shit. Okay, I took a chance. I remember being addicted. I remember the good and the bad. I'm going back in my mind. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing in life? You know, life is full of changes. Nothing is constant. I got to make the best of everything. All the situations I created because I created them, right? We got to make the best of these things. How many times have things shifted in your life? Have things changed? Both small change, large change, drastic change, fatal changes. Do you remember a time in your past where you thought if you didn't get this damn thing, if you didn't get something, if you didn't have this thing, that your life would be over? You would fight for it, cry for it, whine for it. Then guess what? You lived on. You didn't get the thing, you lived on. That was like me. I remember calling someone crazy in my gambling addiction. I was like, yeah, I need $200. Yeah. I need it so bad. I don't know how I'm going to get through to tomorrow. I need this $200. Please, 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 can you give me this $200? I didn't get it. They probably were on to me, but I didn't get it. And guess what? I woke up the next day. Pissed. But I woke up the next day, you know, because I was so addicted to gambling. Like, if I didn't get what I wanted, I was like, oh my God. But the truth of the matter is we are built to overcome. We are built to change. You know, we are built to experience and we are built to learn. Part of my 7 income stream is obtaining a real estate license and learning that game. You know, I already been through it. I just pretty much finished that up, and it's a good deal. If you guys want to, you know, let's say you're working a 9 to 5 and you want to jump into, you know, this entrepreneurial spirit real quick and make great money, just go grab your real estate license. I'm sure there's schools around your area that you could just go learn for, you know, what is it, 60 hours, 75 hours or whatever. You go learn and then you go wheel and deal with the broker, okay? I got my license to deal, man. I got my license to kill, man. You know, come for killer license to kill. So it's part of my 7 income stream, but really and truly, it's not just to buy and sell for other people. It's for myself as far as getting into the game, learning that side of the game, hands down, laws by laws, specifics by specifics. Now I have an advantage. Now I could go back and teach that. It's not just the one thing. You got to see how many things you could pull from one thing, especially when your time has been invested. What could you pull from this? Think about it. Think so big. There's a book that I came across because I needed to get some information out of it this past week. And I have the book. I've read it. And I just started reading it again. It was Bill Zanker and Donald Trump, and it's called Think Big and Kick Ass. And Donald, in this book, was very particular about, he was like, man, I think positive and I think negative, okay? And I know of negativity. I know I can't just think shit's honky-dory all the time. I need to know that something may fail. Something may happen over here. Because I need to be prepared for it, and if not prepared for it, at least aware of it. And that's how I could go through my life. And I was like, that makes sense, that does make sense. And, and thinking of it like this, with your, anything that you invest time in, how are you going to get money back? How are you going to get money back? I got an email just very recently sent in. My assistant was like, hey, do you want to answer this? And I was like, no, but I'll probably answer it right here. Someone is asking me if they should stay in school. They should stay in school. See, and it's quite like me, because I stood in school so long. I had like a 2 or 3 year program, and I was in there for 6 years. Bitch, get out. Get out. This is not what you want to do. And that's why you're not succeeding in it. Move, go. But it was scary to think that, oh my God, if I didn't finish this, if I didn't get my degree, I paid all this money already. I just dropped $6,000 cash money inside the hands of the frickin' registrar lady. I'm counting it out. She's counting it out. She got a few grand. I got a few grand. I'm counting it out for my clinical class. One class, damn near $7,000. We're counting it out. I'm in this freaking program 4 more years than I needed to be. People started with me, has been nurses already. And I'm sitting here counting this dough out. Stace, get a grip. You don't want to be here. So maybe that answered your question if you're listening. But send me a letter. So yeah, building the 7 income streams. So inside my 4-step process to living a successful life I created, it allows you to control fear and get outside of your comfort zone, so to speak. Get out of the need to want to please people. You only want to please yourself. And I tackle 4 areas in this process, in this system. It's decision, confront, commit, create. In decision, we talk about how to gain total freedom in life. In confront, we learn what has been holding you back and redirect it. In commit, we reprogram your mindset and beliefs. In create, it's all about creating a lifestyle that works for you and makes you happy. You, operative word, you, your mindset, your beliefs, what's holding you back. How to gain total freedom in your life. Before I go any further, I would like to give you the link to the video. It's a complimentary video to help you or anyone you know battling addiction or need to overcome anything. I overcame a 9-year gambling addiction using some of what you will be learning today in this podcast. I overcame a gambling addiction without meetings or meds. That's the claim to fame right there. That is it. I did not want to go to Gamblers Anonymous. I didn't want to talk in a circle. And I didn't want no meds, okay? If you would like the complimentary video I created, over 1 hour long video teaching you what you will learn some of today, more in depth, and with visuals, go to howtoovercomegamblingaddiction.com. howtoovercomegamblingaddiction.com. And if you know someone that may, I'm telling you, that may be going through this addiction, shoot them an email, shoot them a text, don't say nothing. That shit'll hurt them. It'll hurt them to a point that it drives action, because they know, they've been had. They know. Someone else knows. And that starts the process. Do you understand? So this formula and my principles can be applied to any form of addiction. And if you just need to overcome anything to clear it away, the website is howtoovercomegamblingaddiction.com. That's howtoovercomegamblingaddiction.com. I teach you how to eliminate urges, temptations, triggers, so you can focus on creating a life that makes you happy. To receive the link to the complimentary video, just visit howtoovercomegamblingaddiction.com. If you know anyone, again, that may be battling addiction, please help them by sharing this link, howtoovercomegamblingaddiction.com. Spell it right, please. Don't send them a link that is broken because you spelled addiction with no freaking O. Okay? Spell it right. Spell check. In the 4-step process, we begin at decision. So on my whiteboard, and there's a link in the show notes, and it has my PDF there, and you'll see it's a very colorful, it's very red PDF, and it goes through the quadrants. And decision is the lower left quadrant. Decision makes it a 4-step process. If decision wasn't in there, it would be the 3 C's of change, which is the confront, the commit, the create. But decision makes it the 4-step process. So we're gonna think about this here, and it starts off with the decision. On my whiteboard, there's a quote at the top. The quote is, "When once a decision is reached, and execution is the order of the day, release all responsibility or care of the outcome." I'm going to say that again, though. It says, when once a decision is reached and execution is the order of the day, release all responsibility or care of the outcome. I used to have a problem with that. If I made the decision to leave nursing school, I don't need to be thinking about that shit, that one decision, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, the next day. Oh my God, did I make the right decision? Oh my God. So I believe that 100%. There's many times I decide on something, you know, even in business right now. Do I invest in a CRM, right? Do I get Infusiosoft? You know, should I put out this product? Is the Comfort Killers publishing, book publishing, going to be substantial? Should I release my book? Okay, whatever it is, maybe it just doesn't sit right. I'm not feeling it. Something, you know, but something brought me up to this decision, right? There's a decision that I go back and forth with it. I toggle it around in my head. I take it, I go forth, I take it back, I go forth. The quote has helped me so much to just make the decision and shut the fuck up. You know? Because I make a lot of decisions based off my gut and intuition, you know, feeling it, like this is the next move, this is the right move. That's how I've been moving my business. Like I feel the energies of business and I move that. You know, there's a lot of people that's in this ecosystem, and I wanted to move outside of the ecosystem, and I knew that was the right move for me. I wanted to get inaccessible, so to speak. That's the right move for me, you know? I want to create my own channels. That's the right move for me. I don't want to just be dependent on one channel. That's the right move for me. I felt it. I cannot just be battling these decisions. I have to go through with it and feel good. But there's a lot of data-driven decisions. Like, okay, you know what? Google Plus is just not working for me, okay? Or this assistant is just not doing it for me. The data is proving that, and I'm going to make my decision based off the data, but I'm going to make a decision. Indecision is a decision. Remember that. If you have an indecision, that's also a decision. But decision means choice. It means control. It means having power. You have to trust your decision in everything. Trust you're at the right place, doing the right thing, finding the correct solution. It's all about trusting yourself and knowing your power. Hope you agree with that. It's all about trusting yourself and knowing your power. When I was addicted, I didn't consciously make any decisions to go gamble. Even though I hated what I was doing and it was affecting all areas of my life, spiritual, mental, physical, financial, relational, I still popped dollars in the slots on tables like it was nobody's business. I still took my entire paycheck and didn't leave until it was completely gone. I had no control. Even though I knew what I was doing, I still couldn't stop. That's what it feels like to be out of control, to be overpowered, to be weak. So you must understand that making decisions comes from a place of having power and understanding that from power comes choosing. You can choose to sit at home, watch Facebook all day. Damn, I said sit at home and watch Facebook instead of sit at home and watch the TV. Wow, life has changed. So you can choose to sit at home, watch Facebook all day and do nothing with your time and energy. Then complain about where you are in life. That is a choice. Or you could choose to not live that way and get up every morning with a burst of energy and take on the world. Do things, create things, and live much happier. That is also a choice. It really boils down to power. It's the authoritative power we have as spiritual beings. So I choose happiness. I choose freedom. I choose entrepreneurship. I choose listening instead of babbling off. I choose humility. I choose confidence. I choose not to be upset about the traffic that I'm in. I choose to communicate. I choose not to gossip. I choose to smile. I could go on. I choose to enjoy my day. I choose to make someone else smile. I choose to talk to people. I choose to build my business. I choose confidence. I choose abundance. I choose prosperity. I choose love. I choose beauty. I choose power. You need to bring it down to the micro level and understanding that everything someone may be going through is their choice. If I sit at home all day reminiscing about my past, right, wondering if I made the wrong decision, stuck in another reality, I would be wasting my time. Things are moving, right? Things are moving. And you must stay in present to exercise the power of choice. You can't choose a different scenario. You cannot change your past. You can secure and work towards the future you want to see by choosing activities, by choosing what to do with your present, what to do in your present moment. You must understand and accept this to remain in power. In the 4-step process to living a successful life, there is confront, then commit, then create. These next 3 parts make up the 3 C's of change. You must ask yourself, what do you want to change? What has been holding me back? What is stopping me from succeeding? For me, it was gambling too much. Okay, it made me lose a lot other than money. I lost confidence in myself. I was always sleepy and tired after losing too. It was like clockwork. I lost, I'm going to bed. Okay, I'm going to sleep now. I couldn't hold on to any money. I couldn't make good decisions. My health was deteriorating. I knew what was keeping me back and it was just like freaking gambling. So I applied the 3 C's of change to this after I made a decision. I confronted, I commit, and I created. The 3 C's of change we will discuss in another episode. I'm rolling up on 30 some minutes, probably 40 minutes here. I like to keep it at 45 now, so all snugged. I probably will still go over it at some point. If you or anyone you need to, needs this information or need more information on overcoming anything, addictions, or just want to apply my principles to change any negative behavior, negative habits, visit howtoovercomegamblingaddiction.com. Okay? Please share and spread awareness of my show, The Stacy A. Cross Show. There ain't no E in it. As always, I love to hear from my listeners. I appreciate if you lead me on my socials. That's at Stacy A. Cross on pretty much everything across the floorboards, across the ceilings. Okay? Stacy A. Cross, Snappy, Chatty, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, Google+. If you have any testimonies you would like to send in, I would love to hear it. This I'll hear. I tell my assistant, if people send me testimonies, give it to me. I love it. I love reading them, and I post them when I get the opportunity. There's someone on Instagram, and you're probably listening right now, and I appreciate you. I think it's Roxy said to me that you listen to this podcast, and it has helped you, and you're going to continue to listen. I love stuff like that. So definitely find me on my socials and at me at Stacy A. Cross and give me that quick nugget. Or you could, if you have a longer one, more than 280 characters or whatever now, or more than Facebook or whatever, you could always send an email. My assistant will definitely forward that to me. I love it. I love reading them. Remember, you could join the Comfort Killers Academy at any time right now. You could pause this, log off, log on the Comfort Killers Academy, academy.thecomfortkillers.com, academy.thecomfortkillers.com. We have videos, HD videos, on topics such as mindset, entrepreneurship, finance, and motivation, all in one place. Plus, after 3 months of membership, you receive bonus products at your doorstep, hands down, as a token of my appreciation. The Comfort Killers is the home of motivation, grit, success, power, perseverance, attitude, love, self-improvement, freedom, action, awareness. We're the home of killers. Join the Comfort Killers culture today. Thank you for listening to this episode. Subscribe to this podcast and stay updated on new shows released. You know, if you even have a topic that you would like me to discuss, I'll definitely do that. I was listening to the radio last night. It was the business channel on Sirius XM. That's the only damn channel I listen to anyway. But he was talking about distraction, and I want to do an episode on distraction to help you out with how to get undistracted, especially now that we need it. Then someone called in, and they were talking about how the millennial attitude, this give me, I'm entitled attitude. I definitely want to talk about that too. That'll be a great show. How to communicate with millennials, or if you're a millennial, what we're seeing in ya. What we need you to do. I should get Chelsea Crossed on here, who is the millennial expert. I should get her on here, and we should have a discussion about that. If you guys want to have more of these type of shows, please send an email to hello@thecomfortkillers.com. My assistant will definitely answer you back and say, we got it. It's received. So subscribe to this podcast. Stay up to date on new shows released. If you just happen to stumble upon this show and don't know who the heck I am, but you're like, oh my God, I love you. I hear it. I want more of it. I put together a free starter pack. It houses all of my best stuff. The best stuff ever on earth is in this starter pack. Articles, audio, and much more. All my photo quotes. You can go post on the socials. Just visit www.thecomfortkillers.com/starter-pack. Why didn't I just do a starter pack? Damn. www.thecomfortkillers.com/starter-pack. Or for your convenience, click the link in the show notes. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for me. I am Stacy A. Cross, and there is no E in my name. Until next time, Comfort Killer.